The opinions expressed in the following program are that of the host and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the opinions of CWC Entertainment Group, LLC, its affiliates, or any employee thereof.
Yeah. I might make a wonder. Come on, Rihanna, welcome to the Vincent radio show. They do it big, y'all. Good music, laughs, and so much more. Hey, you can hear y'all.
Syndicated, award-winning and Syndicated. This is the VTRS Vincent radio show. It's your main man, Vincent Heartbreak Tucker.
What up, and say young man, Remon.
Hey, it's your girl, Charity E.
All right, we got Yellostar's out, and I don't know where Keena is.
I will check on Keena. No.
So, like, Keena is Yellostar's handler, and Remon is Keena's handler.
Do I have a handler? Y'all don't even care when I'm not here.
You're right.
Not that we don't care. We just figured that you could kind of take care of yourself.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you gangster.
Mm-hmm. Whatever.
How y'all been?
Everything was good so far. Waiting for summer to hit. Summer bod still coming in hot.
You working on, is it the Bladow? What is it?
Yep.
The Dow?
Yep. I'm I got the blood. I'm getting there.
Ramon, how you been?
I've been good, man. I've been working on staying busy, man. I got this top secret project that I've been working on. We're getting close to finishing, getting close to wrapping up, you know what I mean? So we'll be dropping it sometime this summer. It's a short film project series that I'm working on. And like I say, we'll be dropping it this summer, man. We almost finished with it. I don't want to get too much away, but you know what I mean? We'll be dropping a teaser hopefully around early May.
Beautiful thing.
Early May. Is that the top secret project, or is that?
Yeah, that's the top secret project.
Okay. Well, you kind of told us what it is, but when I was thinking top secret, I thought it could be anything. With you.
What you mean, like a baby?
Ramon, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
That was sparked by one of the unnecessary arguments that Charity and I had on the ride in today.
Okay.
It's pretty much, are you what you listen to? So I was perusing the iPod.
Mm-hmm.
May have been a couple Fabulous joints that came on.
Oh, Fab Turner.
And in light of his recent allegations and that horrible video,
yeah,
Charity made some unsavory comments that made me think I was embodying his alleged abusive spirits.
Well, tell him what you were doing as these songs were on. How were you treating me?
Are you saying when you were...
You hit me on the head a couple times.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Can you... I need you to...
Hey,
I need you to elaborate.
These are all truths. Nope.
I need you
to
elaborate.
I don't need to elaborate. These are all truths.
No, because when you say I hit you...
You, like, it wasn't a muff. It was like a flick in the head. That's still a little violent. Like, that was unnecessary.
Says the person who threatened to grab the wheel and run us off the freeway.
Because he hit me in the head.
Sound like y'all need counseling.
Why's Keena standing in the hallway like...
You see how Fabulous, like, triggered that in him?
No.
So he was saying, so if you listen to R. Kelly, are you going to be liking little girls? And I was like, maybe.
So are you what you listen to?
No. Absolutely not. I think you as a human being, you have the ability to make up your own mind. Like, there are certain things that get into your subconscious. Now, if Fabulous was talking about beating women in the song, and you sitting there flicking Charity upside the head while you listening to that, then I see your argument. But I personally, honestly, and I'm the Fabulous fan in the room.
Exactly.
I'm the Fabulous fan in the room, and
it's two of us.
I haven't listened to Fabulous in a week and a half. It's been very difficult for me. I just, how long Fabulous been?
I've been listening to. He's been around since what was the freestyle? 1999.
I was about to say how long Fabulous.
Like his first album dropped like what?
2001.
2001.
On September 11th. Yeah.
2001. So
real Fabulous fans, we know that.
Yeah, like so 16 years you never heard of anything like this from Fabulous. I'm just surprised that 16 years later, who would have thought that Fabulous would put up 7 hits in 1 year? Like that.
Come on, man. That's cold, Jack.
His new album gonna have a good beat to it. I promise you.
I can't stop it, man. All right.
Come down, beating down the block.
Stop, Charity. Like Fabulous. Come on, man.
Boy, the 808's gonna be kicking, bro.
Somebody line up next to VTRS.
Yeah.
Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. I know it's not making it hard for me. Just keep on lying. Damn.
Hey, it's Charity E. I'm about to, jump into somebody line for this week, and it came fresh off the press. I was at the hair salon, and this older man came in because he had to fix the pipes. You know how people who normally do plumbing, they always got stories, for everything. You're not even talking to them, and they'll just jump in with a random story. So he decides to tell us about his gambling habits and how much money he's won. So apparently he went to like some small casino and he hit a slot machine for $16,000. He showed me a picture, but I was like, I know a little bit about gambling. Like, just because it says 16, and some numbers, that don't mean it's $16,000. It could be what's 16,000 pennies? What is that? What is that equivalent to?
Or 16,000 dimes.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm not stupid, sir. He was like, I walked out of there with 30 grand. If you walked out with 30 grand, what are you doing here fixing these pipes?
How did it go from 16,000 to 30?
To 30. I don't know how he doubled it. We didn't get to that part of the story. It jumped up real quick, though.
Wait, what's the part? Why would him leaving $30,000 prevent him from doing his job? I don't understand.
Maybe he could take a 2-month vacation, winning 30 grand.
Maybe he like laying pipe. Who knows?
Maybe that's how he started his business.
It's some
Was gambling? Was it gambling addiction?
Yeah.
His Niagara is kicking in anytime soon.
You're disgusting.
Or the 30,000 is to make up for what he lost.
Which is true.
Well, it does sound like it was a problem because he told me, because y'all know I like to gamble, he told me to go play the horses. So I've never been to Lone Star. Have y'all been there?
One time.
Was it a good time?
It was.
Okay.
I want to go.
I think I'm going to go for the Kentucky Derby because they said you can go and bet on the horses. Kind of like you're there. So he told me he went to Lone Star once, and he bet on, of course, not the favorite. So when you bet somebody who's not good, your odds increase by like a bunch. So let's say it was 300 to 1, okay? He said he left his ticket on the counter, and his best friend was with him. The best friend looked at the ticket and was like, oh, no, I'm going to change this for him. Best friend changes the ticket to the favorite. So comes back and tells the guy, oh, I changed your ticket. The bad horse ends up winning. And he said he hasn't talked to that friend since because he lost, maybe like 15 grand. What friend messes with other friends' money?
Yeah, he owed him 5 minutes.
The story didn't even know. There's no way you leave your ticket somewhere. Your friend go be like, hey, let me go change this for you. Number one.
Look,
okay, good point.
Look, I know dice. I know blackjack. And I know dominoes. Y'all talking about something I don't know nothing about.
Can you bet money in dominoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Keith shook her head like, I didn't did it a few times.
Hey, look, that's how I made my lunch money in high school. One of them.
Can you teach me how to do that?
Tina is a professional gambling domino player.
You think so? Tina look like she's a professional spades player. Like,
I am spades.
Her house is juke joint.
Right. Exactly.
Keena's juke joint.
Right.
You should make something like that. Have a little side, gamble in the back. Then have a little BYOB in the front, have some wings. I have a whole concept for you.
I appreciate that.
Do what I can for the people. But hey, if y'all ever out and you see an old man fixing pipes, laying pipe, whatever you want to call it, don't believe his stories because he's just an old man trying to get some. That's this week in Somebody Line. It's Charity E.
Playing today's best music. Playing today's best music. Take that booty. Can I lay on them booty? Mike Tyson on them booty. Copyright that booty.
Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus?
If they're trying to party with the queen, they gon' have to sign a non-disclosure. I took the top of the Maybach.
You are listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station. DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio. Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you with their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music all in one app. iHeartRadio.
Syndicated award-winning Syndicated. This is the VTRS, Vince Tucker Radio Show. Vincent, Heartbreak, Tucker, Myskenna, Remon Charity E. I've asked this question on the show before, and I gotta bring it back. So I'm at an interesting place in my life. I have friends that are getting divorced and friends that are getting married, and I don't know who to hang out with.
The divorced ones?
Because they're single.
They're single.
But I feel like I should also be hanging out with my married friends. And
why is that?
I don't know. It's weird. All my married friends are trying to hook me up with people, and all my divorced friends want me to stay single.
And that's the thing. What do you want, Vincent?
I was doing some self-reflection. I don't know. I think I like living by myself too much.
I can see that.
I feel like as I get older, I want to retain the right to tell a girl, don't you want to go home?
I just think it's because you haven't found the right girl yet. The right woman. Because the right woman will make you different.
Like, because I'm kind of in a similar place. Like I've been single for so long, I don't know how I would act if I was in a relationship. Like, I'm not sure if I would be happy about, like, I'd be looking for an excuse to be single again.
Yeah, I have a fear of missing out.
Yeah. Because it's like,
it's back to y'all haven't found the right person.
And I think that's my mentality. Like, I just probably hadn't found the right woman yet. But I'm hoping that I don't be so closed off when she come along that I don't recognize it.
Yeah, because
Ramon, I can see in your case, but Vincent, I can't because you're pretty much a relationship guy. Vincent's pretty much a whore.
No, I am a relationship guy. Wait, hold on. Wait,
please, swore.
Wait. I am a relationship guy. I'm not a whore. I don't know why. Like Charity and everybody else I know keeps trying to put me in this box. I am not a whore.
But the thing is, if everybody's putting you in this box, you've
been
in the box.
I do not sleep with every woman I hang out with.
We didn't say you sleep with them.
And that's the reason why you always feel like you're missing out, because you like the variety. You like a bag of Skittles. You like a variety of flavors.
It's like you want to be in a relationship until you get in a relationship and then you want to be single.
Right.
The grass is always green on the other side.
I was approached about a relationship opportunity.
What?
Was it like a job interview?
I told you about this, Charity. But
what happened?
She said, "What are we?" And I said, "Cordial." But I was like, I was trying to, because you know the Chris Brown song, Joe Gotti said that, but it's funny when he said it.
Sir,
it wasn't funny.
You got.
Well, this was real life.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
You got to stop using song lyrics.
Exactly. You love to do that.
You don't know my life, Charity.
That's why you started thumping Charity when you listen to her family.
I'm glad you said the word thumping, because she tried to make it seem like I was physically assaulting her.
Tomato.
Anytime you put your hands on a woman, that is...
Don't do this.
Okay.
Keita had my back, though. Thank you, Keita.
What about when the woman put her hands on
a man? Right.
What is that?
I wasn't doing that.
Charity, you telling me
I wasn't doing that.
Charity, you saying you've never assaulted me?
I'm saying that's self-defense.
What if she hits you first?
Charity sit here and lied to me. You've never punched me? You never flicked me back?
Not
then
that I recall.
means you gave her a reason to have to punch
I don't even
you.
flick people. That doesn't even come natural to me.
I hate you. I don't know. So I passed up on the relationship opportunity.
How do you... Oh, can we go back a little bit?
Okay.
How long were y'all, doing whatever y'all were doing?
I mean, this is our third time doing what we're doing.
And y'all never made it official?
It's been misunderstandings the other two times. Like,
third time.
Typically, okay, let me take y'all through how I normally work. Normally, first of all, I have a homegirl who says I have a problem. Like, I find women I have to save. I think I feel offended about it.
I want to be... You Captain Sable.
But maybe I am. Maybe I find women who are broken or had repeat bad experiences with men. And so I come through, heartbreak charm, restore faith in man, and then I kind of back away.
And break their heart again.
No.
To my what are we recording?
No. And then another guy comes in the picture, and then I kind of help push that girl towards that guy. Because I feel like I came through, I established the baseline of how you should be treated as a woman, so that the next guy should treat you as that or better. And that's normally how this works. This is why when I look up and I see exes that are now getting married, I'm like, I did a great job. I'm good luck Chuck. I did my job. Now, this particular girl, I've sent her on her way twice.
And she keep coming back.
And she keep making bad decisions.
Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back.
So now I'm sitting there thinking, well, it's the third time. Maybe God is saying, this is not one you pass off.
God's plan.
Maybe this one's for you.
Put it in a little bit more and see how she reacts.
Yeah, put it all the way in. See.
I think that's the problem.
See what they do.
I gotta ration it off. I don't know, like.
Well, try it out.
That's what I was gonna say. Give her a chance. Remember when you said, what was that, maybe 3 minutes ago, that you're a relationship guy?
Is this the one that you subliminally tweet about, like, I love you enough to let you go?
No, that's another one.
Oh, it's another one.
So is this a subliminal for this chick, if she's listening, that it's not going to happen? Sorry.
I would imagine I'm going to get a text shortly if she's listening. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we had a conversation. I was trying to get my supposed to be bestie Charity to help me through that conversation, but she didn't.
That progressed.
She didn't do a great job of that. She just annoyed me doing the conversation about having that conversation. So
I think you should give her a chance. Me personally, let's try it a fourth time. Fourth time's a charm.
No, I say first of all, you need to figure out what it is that you want, whether or not you want to be in a relationship or not, and then based on your whatever your answer to that question is, you know how to move forward.
Listen, I just want a cultured woman who's not super sensitive, who I can banter with, and we have fun. And
I think what's hard for you is right now is your lifestyle, and that's what's kind of hard for you.
Going out a lot.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because the position that you're in, you naturally have women coming at you. Now, granted, when you are in a relationship, you are very faithful, but being in the lifestyle that you're in,
really,
and being
yes,
and being single, I think that's what makes you feel like I'm not ready to settle down, because you'll find one that you're like, okay, I'll give this a try for a while, and then you'll be focused, and even though you're in the club 3 or 4 times a week, you still have tunnel vision. But being single is like, oh, why settle down when I can?
It's like I'll hang out.
And I can be the puppet master.
I hang out with a woman, and then like my checklist, if she doesn't check off the box, I'm like, okay, I need to.
Why do you have a list?
Right. Stop checking the box.
Yeah.
And just let it flow.
What I want in a woman, I don't think it's difficult, and I've had that in a woman once, and so I guess I keep chasing that situation again.
Is she in a relationship?
She is now, yes.
That's unfortunate. Can you break them up?
Wow,
I have thought about it.
Wow, so he could date her for a month?
What's more VTRS up next? Oh, Lord. Syndicated, award-winning Syndicated. This is the VTRS Vincent Radio Show. Vincent, Heartbreak, Myskenna, Remon Charity E. I'm in here getting judged.
As you should be.
We're not judging you.
No, I'm judging
you. Some advice right now.
I'm judging you.
I'm not. I'm a little worried.
I'm trying to get Charity to hook me up with one of her friends. She won't make it happen.
What you want him to look like? Black, white, Hispanic?
You know what? I did see a picture of Charity with some women, and I'm like, who is this?
Where was this picture at?
I thought it was on Instagram. Let me look. See
the
if
latest
I can
picture
find
I probably put up?
I don't know if it was the latest one, but
there's some cute girls in it.
It was recent.
I mean, I have good-looking friends. But Vincent, again, you save hoes, and I don't have hoe friends.
I don't. No, I don't save. Oh my God.
I thought that's what that whole last segment was about.
No. That's what I got. I've been known to save women, not hoes.
Oh, okay. Thanks for clearing that up.
Piece of Jesus. Yeah, my homegirl said I have a complex of wanting to save women who need to be saved.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
Hey, you know the girl said I told her to wait for me 3 years ago?
Yeah.
I think they might not be working out. Her and her fiance.
Wait for me. Guys are sick. Like, who says that?
Vincent.
I mean, I may have said it in passing, like, just, I'm about to go date I mean, it was before I went to that relationship with y'all know who. And so I was like, hey, you know, I'm going to be in this relationship over here. Like, just wait for the kid. Let me go get right real quick.
Okay, Vincent.
Sorry.
We're going to pray for you.
Facebook.com/I am Heartbreak. I'm one with the people. Shout out Team Heartbreak. Hold me down. I got a message from a Eva in Tulsa.
Hey, Eva.
She says, hi, I'm 28 years old and I'm an account manager for a medical company.
You are not getting solicitations now.
I obtained this position because the CEO is my ex. I ended up breaking up with him 2 years later because I was unhappy. However, I continued working for the company. Fast forward, I met a guy my age who's everything I ever wanted. I'm so in love with him, but I know that my obsessed ex has hopes of a future with me. I don't want to lose my career, but I also don't want to feel like I have to hide my boyfriend. What should I do?
I mean, she shouldn't lose it. You can't fire her for getting a new man. That's against the law.
Yep.
I'm sure he can create a different reason.
I mean, but she could obviously, like, figure out a lawsuit if he does it.
I mean, like, where is she?
Tulsa.
Oh, well, I don't know about, because in Texas, it's a, you know, they can fire you for any reason.
At will employment.
At will employment. But I don't know how it is in Oklahoma, so, yeah, that's a bit of a tough one. I would say keep your relationship your business. I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with your job.
Yeah, don't bring them to the holiday parties. None of that.
So I guess she wants to post pictures and stuff on her desk.
That's doing too much anyway. Like, they're not married.
Yeah, like, you need to figure
that.
out if this relationship gonna last with this new
Charity.
Putting up pictures.
This is Charity we're talking to. Of course, that's way too much for you.
Yeah.
But
why would I put pictures up of my boyfriend?
Sure.
That's how all women should be. They be getting way too attached too quick. And then it's so awkward when you got to take those pictures down.
Yep.
And then people going to be like, oh, what happened to...
Yep.
And that's only because it's not that serious for me.
At all.
And plus, you know, then that would take away from all your pimping for the show.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to take one for the team, you know.
Facts.
I think we should tell Eva to have her man, but she don't need to be plastering him at work.
Right, because you just told her if she puts pictures up and the relationship ends.
Hey, I'm trying to help her, because look what happened with the CEO. Look at you now.
Oh, down to that. Golly.
Now you got to work with your ex.
Right.
Who still, what? Oh, he still wants a future with her. So this means you probably got paperwork of him, like, sending you emails,
right.
texts.
She should keep all that stuff in case you need it.
Yeah, exactly.
For real. In that case, I probably would.
Post the boyfriend?
Be petty.
Just so you know, ain't no chance of y'all getting back together.
Right.
Yeah. So you're saying she should and just get ready to get another job?
I mean, she could start looking. It don't hurt.
Right.
Yeah, so do that. Start looking for you a new job.
Right.
Then pull up the pictures of your new man.
Yep.
So that way you already start going out on interviews and getting your next job lined up. So that way, you know what I mean, when your CEO finally fire you, you got somewhere to go.
Well, because the guy can't be a guy, because that means he can't ever come up there to bring her to lunch. He can't send her flowers. I mean, like, especially if he know that I'm working for my ex, he better send me the best, biggest flower arrangement on a regular. He might as well get a flower subscription.
You know what? I want to flip this. Because you're so worried about losing your career. I want to know now, since the CEO is your ex, is there a bunch of special privileges you get that you don't want to lose because you'd have to go find another job? I just thought about that. That just clicked in. Is that the real issue here?
Like what? What do you mean?
Then how does the new boyfriend feel about this? Like,
I wonder if maybe she gets to come in late or leave early or take long lunches.
Yeah.
Or have private meetings in his office.
Right.
Oh my gosh. You just call Eva. We're not doing that.
I mean, she had to get the job somehow.
We don't exactly.
I'm not saying that she's not qualified, but there are certain qualifications that get you qualified.
Wasn't they together when she got the job?
In front of.
Did I hear that?
I think so.
I thought they was together when she got the job.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, she screwed her way into that job.
Oh.
Eva, I'm not gonna let them do you like this. I think you have all the skill sets you need to succeed in this medical field. Okay?
Unless she's the head of the HR department, and then she got it made.
Maybe she should date the head of the HR department.
That could cause a conflict of interest.
What are we telling her?
We're telling her to, girl, stay focused. It ain't that serious. Do what you do outside of work.
And I'm telling her,
start looking for another job if you want to be able to post pictures of your man.
Jobs come and go.
Men come and go.
This may be an opportunity for career advancement for her.
Oh my gosh.
I'm serious.
Until she meet another guy that owns his own company.
Oh, we gotta go.
And is he hiring? No. Since she's about to leave, is she hiring? Can we get the job description? How much does she make it?
What if he promises you to have to sleep with him though?
What?
It sounds like that's a requirement already.
Yeah, sound like it's part of the job description.
I think Keena is like the master of getting what she want without sleeping with.
That is true. That is true. Keena's a real savage in these streets.
She'll string you along for a little while.
Not true at all.
Even I fell for it, 2007. VTRS, keep it locked.
That's how she got on this show.
Playing today's best music. Playing today's best music.
Like a stir fry.
You're listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station. DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio. Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you. With their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music, all in one app. iHeartRadio.
What up, people? It's Stay Young Man Remon, and it's time for this week's reality check. Now, this week's reality check, I wanted to continue a conversation that we was having off air about just because you love somebody doesn't mean that you can't cheat on them. Now, ladies, I want y'all, go ahead and give y'all what y'all was saying.
I don't understand. If you say you love me, your conscience should kick in somewhere in between you touching somebody else and their clothes coming off, and it should stop. You shouldn't get through the whole situation.
Tina?
I mean, you should have some type of buffer, because obviously if you're cheating, something is going on. Like, I mean...
Not always.
Not always.
Not always.
People can just cheat because it's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Just because they see a available piece of butt.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
I think something has to be going on in there.
We as men are telling you this happens.
So you could be like completely happy in a relationship, completely happy, see a little piece of butt that comes like rub against you and it's on and popping.
Temptation.
Yes.
So you be doing it in the bathroom at the club.
No. How did this become about me? First of all, First of all, in a relationship, I am faithful now, but I'm faithful for selfish reasons. I'm faithful because I don't want some woman to be able to hold over me that I did something I had no business doing.
Right.
And my last girlfriend, she kind of had a problem with this because she was like, well, you're supposed to not cheat because you love me. And I'm telling you, it had nothing to do with you. I'm cheating because I don't want to give somebody power over me.
Look, there's a lot of guys out there who cheat, and the main reason why I think men cheat is ego.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with how that man feels about you. Like, it's just how he feels about himself. He just feels more like a man because in society, we've taught men that the more women you have, the more of a man you are.
Exactly.
He must have ED.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
What is that?
He can't have ED. He's not sleeping with other
women. Yeah.
What is ED?
Erectile dysfunction.
So he got to boost his ego because he ain't getting it at home.
No, it had nothing to do with that.
I don't.
Well, Vincent, you said you know. Like somebody would randomly cheat. If you've never cheated, how do you know? Like your friends have done this?
First of all, I told you that my fiance,
his married friends.
my fiance cheated, and I cheated to cheat. But I also have married friends. They cheat.
What?
And I do think that there are, like Keenan was saying, there are those circumstances where, you know, people cheat because there's something wrong in a relationship. Like, I knew a woman who cheated on her husband because he had prostate cancer, and he couldn't satisfy her sexually, so she started stepping outside of the marriage.
She should feel terrible.
She should.
No, she feels good,
but she, yeah.
I mean, I can see the stress.
She needed to alleviate that stress, right?
But no, because there's other ways to get to be pleased other than the physical.
Well, sex was a big part of their relationship when they first got together, and she has a very promiscuous past.
How you
like now, when they first got together, sex was a big part of the relationship. Now that falls apart. Now that part of the relationship ain't there no more. Okay.
Then they didn't have a connection because
I
had to learn that the hard. I mean, not the hard way, but I had to learn that as I get older.
Use the word hard.
The harder way.
After we talk about erectile,
I know.
Y'all is such men. As I get older, it's not necessarily the penetration, but sometimes the connection that makes the penetration that much better.
I agree.
And so. And I said that to say not to take that in a sexual connotation, but to say that depending on where you are in this phase of your relationship, there's other ways to stimulate and to please a person other than the actual physical act.
But at that time, she's not that evolved of a person to where her mind is thinking like that. So to her, sex is still merely physical. So she had to go outside the marriage to supplement that. So, I mean, it happens. And she loved him because he was a good guy and he was great to her child that's not his.
And that's where guys like me and Remon come in, right, in the picture. Because they need to step out and they need...
Boyfriend number 2?
Yeah.
You guys are the worst.
What if a woman cheats with another woman, is that cheating?
It's not called cheating. It's called selfish because I'm not involved.
I would say it wouldn't be cheating.
Now, if I was involved somehow, if I'm involved somehow, then no, that's not cheating.
It's cheating because women are emotional. And so typically when a woman cheats, it's because she's cheating due to something emotional typically. So even if she does go there physically, because a guy could cheat emotional. He can be with a woman and not have a physical relationship but step out because he's emotionally involved.
Because his woman is beating him down at home, not making him feel like a man. So he feel like he needs to step out and get that supplementation from somewhere else.
That's not necessarily true because Larry tried to hit me with that line. And
can we stop saying this man's name on the show?
No.
Oh my God. That's another name I got to bleep out. Oh my God.
I mean, that's the truth, but because that at some point it becomes an excuse. But I do think most times, I agree that with you guys sometimes it is temptation. But then I think y'all hit the nail on the head when y'all said it. It's selfish of a man just to cheat.
It's selfish of anybody to cheat.
He wants to get his rocks off.
It's selfish of anybody to cheat just because. But the reality check today is.
Don't get your rock soft if you love somebody.
Well, get it hard?
What are y'all talking about? That's today's reality. Say that to the bank.
Playing today's best music.
Imagine if I never met the broskies. God's plan.
Maybe the night them will tease might let me know all the stars are gold.
That's on Tommy Campbell's. We live like Sopranos, and I walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it.
You're listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station.
DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio.
Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you with their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music all in one app. iHeartRadio.
Bring it back, Mr. Heartbreak.
VTRS Vincent Radio Show. Vincent Heartbreak Tucker, Remon Charity E, and also from the stars Stolen Virginity. It's Juanita Willis and Sophia Knowlton. So I had someone hit me up on my fan page, facebook.com/IamHeartbreak, and there's this, I was gonna say white guy, but it doesn't matter what race he is. I'm gonna just say white guy anyway.
Sometimes it does. Don't throw that out there.
Okay, we will. Because how he started off this email is kind of corny, so I guess it is probably good to know he's white. He said, "Hey, Heartbreak, this is Evan out of LA. Get it? Heartbreak LA. I rhymed." I just kept going. He said, "So I've been with my girlfriend for about 18 months, and we've only had sex 4 times. Whenever I ask her, she always says she's tired or has a headache. We have so much in common. She's like my best friend, but when it comes to sex, it's just totally different. I want to stay with her and eventually get married. But I met another girl at a house party and we clicked. We're going to meet up for lunch next week. What should I do?"
First of all, if she's sick, always saying she's tired, she probably tired from the last dude that been blowing up.
Right. It's somebody else that's making her tired.
So, Juanita, I agree that there's probably another guy in the picture?
I would agree that it's another dude in the picture because there's no way you have a boyfriend that you already had sex with, and if you at the boyfriend stage and y'all already had sex, the marriage ain't gonna, marrying her ain't gonna get any better. You know what I'm saying? She definitely messing with somebody else in my book.
4 times in 18 months?
Is she black?
If you ain't celibate
and she's black, that's got a lot to do with it, probably.
So I needed to ask him if she was black.
Yeah. It's not gonna work.
But if she white, then that mean
he must be really
down. You must be really, or she don't like it.
that means she don't got some of that
because she got benefits or something.
Got that 401k and them stock options.
So this girl that he met at the house party he's going to lunch with, he should go ahead and proceed with that and leave his girlfriend alone?
Yes.
I feel like he should first leave the girlfriend alone and then pursue the girl he liked.
Juanita, you agree?
4 times in 18 months. And the fact that he could actually count how many times that was, like that was that day.
Yeah, I wonder if it was like spaced out or was it like, you know.
Like 4 times.
It's not gonna work.
I don't know if I can walk around with blue balls every day, and I live with
I
one.
wonder, do they live together? I mean, that would be even worse.
Oh, you know what? They probably don't live together.
Yeah, if they live together, maybe they don't live together. They may not.
That's
even
still not an excuse.
Apparently, she's busy with another guy.
Right.
I need more details. I need more details on this situation.
Are you sure it's your girlfriend? Let's take it back. Let's take it all the way back.
That's your friend.
Evan, I need you to
associate.
I need you to message me back. I need to know that y'all actually had a commitment conversation and y'all consented from both parties. I need to know because now I'm questioning. I don't know if y'all are even really in a relationship because there is another guy. I'm sorry.
It's probably a couple people.
Oh, man.
He said probably a couple people. Oh, my God.
Ain't no way four times in 18 months and y'all already did it. That's just no.
But I feel sorry for the dude because obviously this isn't the only 4 times that she's had sex. The only 4 times he's had sex with in the last 18 months. But obviously he really likes her and he really cares about her.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for him. But you might want to go ahead and go out on a date with the other girl, man.
Okay. And
go get the other girl.
Okay. So Evan from LA. Juanita and Sophia agree that you should go with the other girl. Leave the other girl alone.
Yeah.
But I would like to know, A, is she black? And B, was there ever really a commitment conversation? Because there was a commitment conversation. Y'all have only had sex 4 times. You're horrible, my G.
You in LA too. I'm just gonna say that. Just saying, it's a lot of free spirits out there. Just saying. That's it, Evan.
Only on the Vincent Tucker Show.
It's your girl, Myskenna, and it's time for He Say, She Say. Guys, if a woman is going through hard times, like our financial hard situations, hard times, and that's something that you would stick by your girl with,
Would I stick by a girl for if she's going through financial times?
Are y'all already together?
Yeah, they're already together. You
Yeah,
already
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's not something you break up over.
Yeah.
Like, I think,
Depending on who you owe, though. Like,
yeah, like if you owe the IRS.
or you, yeah.
What if your girl got on drugs?
Oh my God.
No.
That's a hard one.
Depends how many years we got.
Hold up, it depends how many years you got.
Yeah, because if it's like first year.
Look, I'm gonna say this. We're a little high up in age for you to start using drugs.
So you've been using drugs.
Right.
But I would hope y'all would help the person, get help.
I mean, I would help I would help her get help, but I'm sorry, because it's easier for somebody to drag you down than it is for you to pull them up. You know what I mean? So, like, you go down that hole if you want to, but you know what I mean? That's going to be a long road back.
Me, I wouldn't.
Like, I
don't think I would help anybody with a drug problem.
Like, I could see myself helping, but it's like, it's like there's boundaries. You know what I mean? There's a limit to my helping. Like, if I help you and you just, like, you keep relapsing and you don't want to do better, like, you have to have an honest desire to want to do better. And if you can't, you don't have that desire, then it's like, it's nothing I can do to help you.
Yeah.
Charity, go back to your comment. So if you were married,
I'd have to try to help him. If we have children,
is there a limit?
I mean, if he continues, he's got to fully commit to rehab. If you don't make it through rehab, then I don't think I'm going to stick by you.
So what happens if he makes it through rehab one time and then he relapses?
We're probably going to have to separate at that point.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you can't put your whole family in a compromising situation.
Yeah, especially if there's kids involved.
Exactly.
Just throw the whole husband away.
Yes.
I mean, it is
for yourself.
Look, and
The husband threw the family away?
there are limits to the saving. You know what I mean, and what you're willing to do for somebody, because, like I say, it's easier for them to pull you down than it is for you to pull them up. So, I think you have to put limitations on how much you're willing to do for somebody, because at the end of the day, like, how much you can do for somebody is limited, but how much they're willing to take isn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? People's wants and desires and needs are unlimited. So, but you have limits on how much you can give them. So,
And what you can and cannot handle.
absolutely.
So what if she lost all of her hair?
Yeah.
That's a big thing for guys, right? Is hair a big thing for y'all?
Yes.
So let's say she lost all her hair.
Why? Because she had cancer?
No,
She
not
had
cancer.
alopecia.
Yeah, not cancer.
What's
Just
What'd you call me?
maybe she. She put some chemicals on her hair and all her hair came out.
Alopecia.
Yeah,
that's
why.
where you like lose your hair.
You lose your hair.
I was like, what girl name is she calling me? Alopecia. I think I met a alopecia. How do you say?
No, you did not. You did not meet. If you
What
did, you probably dated her because you like to say that.
Why does somebody develop alopecia?
It's
I think it's hereditary.
hereditary?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it depends. Like, all your hair?
Okay, like let's say hypothetically she gets sick from cancer.
Okay.
So would you hang in there with her?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then,
If
if
I'm
it
in
was
there,
something like that, obviously.
like if it's a sickness or, something like that, then I think that's something you work through. You know what I mean? Like it'd be kind of selfish to dip out at that point when somebody needs you the most. You know what I mean? But
So why is it okay for you to cheat when that person needs you the most?
it's
Different
not.
segment.
I didn't say it was okay. We just said it happens.
What if a girl like Keena likes to do different hairstyles? What if she had long hair one day, came back with short hair? Would you break up with her for that?
I wouldn't break up with her. I would have a few questions.
I ain't gonna lie. 15 years ago, I would definitely broke up with her.
Yeah, I mean, a long time ago in my youth, yes, absolutely, I would have broke up with her.
When men didn't really understand weave and all that stuff, and it was kind of like, I don't know. I feel like the times are different now. I feel like back in the day, like, we used to get perturbed if a woman was, long hair on Monday and she was bald headed on Friday. We didn't understand what was going on. Like, we didn't know if she had alopecia or whatever it was.
You just want to use that word.
I did. He learned a new word. He's trying to use it every turn.
Oh, that's the best. We want to hear from you. Hit us up on all of our social sites, VTRS Online. Let us know. Is there a limit to the point that you would hang in there with your significant other?
Right, but I'm saying more people. Okay,
like you get a cold. You can get a summer cold.
That's the thing?
Yeah.
It is a thing, but more people are sick in the winter time.
That's just because germs pass around. Like
Do germs live better in cold
temperatures than warm?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Huh.
I cheated in biology, so I sure didn't know.
I got 100
Yeah.
in biology.
Yeah, because I just had to take a hazardous test for like the shop, you know, and they do. You're like, yes, it's a certain temperature where, well, I just know like where food, when it's pertaining to food, you have to keep it above like 155 degrees, because anything below that, then that gives way for the germs to produce. And then anything below freeze, like if it's supposed to be cold or frozen, or if it's anything above freezing, then that also gives way for bacteria to form.
Fun facts. God's plan.
Shout out to Cardi B. I love her album. I think it's phenomenal.
Is it?
I wouldn't say love, but it was good. It was
Okay,
dope.
I said for me, I loved. I think it's awesome.
You think she's going to
I
win?
like how far she's come.
Ooh, she should
Yeah.
win a Grammy.
You think so?
Yeah.
And I think she backed away from Love and Hip Hop at the right time.
Oh, she totally did.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Totally
I bet Mona Scott kicking herself right
Right.
now.
I bet
Exactly.
DJ Self somewhere crying.
Oh, you know he is.
That relationship was never real.
Still taking pictures with Mariah Lynn like she gonna be the next Cardi B. Get out of here.
Well, even if that relationship wasn't real, I think he's going to be kicking himself in the butt, because I think him trying to help her, wasn't that
he
real?
didn't, yeah, he didn't.
Like,
He
tried
put
to
Mariah Lynn over.
I mean,
Cardi
that
B.
was a storyline.
Her and Offset ain't going to last. I'm sorry.
They're engaged.
Isn't she pregnant?
They ain't going to last.
Selfishly, I just want to be back in time for the Bruno Mars tour later this year.
Are you gonna go?
Yeah.
Yeah, but to raise a baby, it's so much.
At this point of your career, not
Yeah.
good timing.
At all.
I know. I totally agree with y'all. It's not the right. I don't think it's the right time.
Like Kylie Jenner. She ruined all her momentum.
Well, that's how they get. That's their MO.
No,
so
yeah,
she's falling in line.
That baby is a meal ticket.
Yeah.
That baby is season 14 of the Kardashians.
Right.
Like, no, that's how they
Right.
come up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey,
They just have black babies.
random Uber fact: a study found 237 reasons why people have sex. I was drunk made the top 50 for women. To get a favor made the top 50 for men. I don't get that.
To get they had to have sex with a
Like, I get a woman said I was drunk, that's why she had sex with. I get that, but to get a favor, so a man put it all the way in to get the woman to do something for him.
I can see that.
No.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that. That happens.
Especially during tax season.
That's that. Yeah.
Manipulation, yeah.
That big girl be tricking, boy.
Right. Talk to Gary Allen about that. He'll be able to tell you all about
Beat this name out.
You should have cut it when you said, "Are we done?"
For the crew, it's Vincent Heartbreak Tucker. See y'all on the other side.
Every episode of the award-winning Vincent Tucker Radio Show is produced by Aaron Channel. Executively produced by Aaron Channel, Arkena Dansberg, Cornelius Johnson, and Vincent Heartbreak Tucker. Launched in December 2007, the VTRS is a CWC Entertainment Group LLC production.